Come back up here, gentlemen. I want you to come back up here. So now we got these three guys being called back. So here's a trap that most actors fall in is you're trying to outdo him, and you're trying to outdo him, and you're trying to outdo him. This is Paul. You are Bill. Andy. We got Paul, Bill, and Andy, and one of these guys is going to get cast. And here's the trick. Bill. Nobody can do Bill better than Bill can do Bill. You know that? Nobody can do this guy better than he can do this guy. Right? He's not trying to do him. He can't do Paul better than Paul can do Paul. He can only do Bill. And he can do Bill great. Right? Same with you, Paul. You're not competing with these guys because you can't do them as well as they can do them. So our work as actors is, who am I? Who's this character? And here's the big shift you need to make. And so those of you who are experienced actors, it's not who do I have to be the character. It's who's the character because I'm playing him. You get that? Not who do I have to be, but who's the character because I'm playing him. In that sense, nobody can do better than Bill. So Bill's job is not to be better than them. Bill's job is to be the best that Bill can be so that the casting person and the director get Bill and say, that's what I'm looking for. Or they get Paul. So your job is to express who you are. Yours is express who you are, and yours is who you are. Do you get that? Thank you, gentlemen. You are wonderful again. These guys are just great. So the point is, who's the character? Because you're playing it. And so the work is, who am I as an actor? How do I work? What makes me tick? What triggers my emotional life? Who am I? Who's the character? Because I'm playing him. And it's so important here in LA. It is so much more important here because this is a typecast town. Isn't it? If you've studied elsewhere, those of you who went to college and you've studied, or maybe you've gone to, you've done community theater, or you've done regional theater, or you've done a lot of acting in other cities or college or other places. The truth is, if you're really a true actor, you should be able to play anything. Right? Dustin Hoffman in Tootsie said, I can be a tomato. I was a great tomato. Right? So you should be able to play anything. So if you're trained and you truly have a craft, you should be able to walk in this room and show me an 80-year-old woman from Louisiana, because that's what we're casting. And if you've studied and you've trained at the college level or whatever, you should have the tools to do that. You know how to do the wardrobe. You know how to do makeup. You've studied stage movement. You know how to do the walk. You've studied accents. You know all this stuff. And you should be able to walk in this room and play that, right? Anybody's done community theater? You've played 5 different parts in a summer, and one day you're playing an old person, another time you're playing a baby. You should be able to do that. You're a craftsman. Agreed? Well, guess what? In this town, there's probably 3,000 80-year-old actresses from Louisiana. So you're not going to get cast like that. This is where the business and the craft change. So in this class, what we're going to be doing, and we're not going to talk about accents, we're not going to talk about big styles, we're not going to be talking about all of those things. We're going to be talking about truthful acting, living in the moment, moment to moment, moment to moment. Who's the character? Because you're playing them. Because 90% of the parts you're going to get in LA are going to be just the way you're cast, the way you look. That's why it's important to have a good headshot. Your headshot is what does it, and that's what we're looking for. Far too many actors spend way too much time trying to be somebody they're not, and trying to look different than they are, instead of trying to find out, who am I? What's different about me than everybody else? If you want to get spiritual about it, is there's no one else like you in the universe. There never was, and there never will be. You are a unique person. You are a unique expression of whatever higher power you want to believe in. And it is your responsibility to me as an artist is to get in touch with that and express it truthfully. And that's the work that has to happen. So the first part of the work is, who are you as an actor? What is my relationship to myself as an actor? How do I work? How do I tick? How do I operate? So that when it comes time to make choices, I can make choices because I know who I am and I know how I operate. And I'll share something with you. This is probably the biggest mistake most actors make, and it is the one thing they take for granted, and they don't explore it. They immediately try to memorize the lines. They immediately get a script and they start to memorize the lines. They start studying acting and they jump right into a scene study class. They don't even know who they are. So we're going to spend this time working on that process, building up to it.